I know this sounds completely made up, but it is absolutely true. I swear. So I'm about 15. I'm really bad with ages, but let's just say in and around maybe 14. And I wind up in New York City with my mom because we made pilgrimages there for theater. My mother, if I can say one thing about her, is that she drummed culture into me like a frickin' powered tool. So we end up, at this like exclusive place for New Year's Eve in Manhattan during one of these, pilgrimages. But this happened to be Christmas, New Year's Eve. We didn't spend Christmas there. And this is at the Hard Rock Cafe. So let me just get into that for 2 seconds, because Hard Rock Cafe scene was like wild in the 80s. This is just about when it had opened up there. And it was just really new to the scene before all of the handing over of the ownership and whatever. But we went blindly. And the Hard Rock Cafe was like, you'd think it was the Oscars. It was like so lined with people to get in. And of course, before you even get close to the door, there's there's the first velvet rope, and with the guy that lets you in and then down this walkway. And so this is all because my mom always, again, I'll give her props. She always, 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 always knew what to say to anyone to get anywhere, to get anything from anywhere. So the fact that we knew the password to get into the club was actually just by accident, sort of not so mistakenly coded by my mom to the bouncer. So we get in, and the reason we're there is because of this band having my movie dad, George Siegel, in as one of the members of the band who I wanted to see. And this is a long-standing band. It's a jazz band, and it was put together by Woody Allen, of all people. So, it was, I'll tell you that, because it's got this like long ass name, but it was a jazz band, horns, piano, all that you would expect. So it was all the band name. Like this was like, the entree was, and well, anyway, kind of the irony is there was no actual password. It was kind of knowing what to say or what, not even name to drop. It had to be beyond that. So it's crazy. It's Manhattan. It's New Year's Eve, and it is star studded. Okay, so we get past the initial velvet rope, down the walkway. Crowds are literally just watching people go in. Once I get in, I realize why. The place is loud, with the din of voices and clattering and stuff, not music, although I'm sure there was music playing. I don't remember. It was hot, it was warm, crowded, and it was very, very glam. And like uber glam as far as celebrities, as far as star studded goes. And I'm not talking about like stage stars, although that's, real sort of a squishy area there, but very crowded, like I said. And just the other thing that was weird is that, as I'm falling into this very adult scene at this point at 14, a different kind of an adult scene, I'm finding it weird to do any of the Hollywood networking, so to speak, for lack of a better word, that I'm used to in Hollywood, in New York City, in Manhattan, any of that glam. I had been there with a superstar who was sort of like a pseudo friend, and seen a lot of shit in Manhattan, but this was different. And what was really weird was what happened wild in the VIP area of the club.